stories that have everybody talking.
We are joined by Susie Falk from the Falk Group, plus Jeff Wagner is back. An English teacher gave an unusual commencement speech for students graduating from his high school, and it's gone viral.
Selflessness is the best thing you can do for yourself. The sweetest joys of life then come only with the recognition that you're not special, because everyone is. Congratulations.
Well, it's become known on the internet as the "You're Not Special" speech, and now he's defending his words because many people were upset by the speech. Do you guys think the message "You're Not Special" is valuable to today's graduating class?
Oh, heck yeah. This is a great speech and everybody should watch it. You know, it's unique in that this guy is setting expectations, and he's saying to these kids, you're not entitled, you're not special, you know, many of you have been coddled all your lives, and now unfortunately you're entering this reality, which is the economy and the world, and you know what, you have to prove yourselves. Now, we all know as parents that our kids are special, and they're special to us, and we love them, but the person, you know, in the southern state doesn't know my kid from Adam, and they have to go out and prove themselves, and this guy is just setting expectations, and I think he did a great job of it. He added wit and humor, and he had some really smart things to say.
Is this the day to do it, though? On the graduation day, a celebration, you hit these kids upside the head with a cold, hard dose of reality.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have any problem with it. Now, of course, we all know Susie is, of course, special. So with that thing, but it's a general...
The love fest.
Well,
I've earned it.
And Annie is special. You, Chamraz, I don't know about that stuff. But here's the bottom line. This guy is just telling it like it is. You know, you come through the school system where, you know, we don't have valedictorians anymore because we don't want people to feel, you know, guilty because they're not special because they weren't number one. Well, okay, there are winners and losers in life. We have this system now where everybody gets a certificate of participation, but we don't want to single out the people who excel. Well, the truth is, some people are really good at some stuff, other people are really good at other stuff. We're not all special. I mean, and that's what I think the message is, and hopefully they took it to heart. And he delivered it in kind of a funny fashion, too.
He did, and if you look at the graduates in the background who were sitting behind him, they were chuckling. You know, I think you should listen to it. There's some really good messages in this, and I printed out the script to it, and I'm going to have my kids read it because it's important.
All right, guys, thanks so much. Well, coming up next, whose work is worth more, mom's or dad's? A group puts a dollar value on your contributions at home.
Falk from the Falk Group and Jeff Wagner from News Radio 620 WTMJ. So folks in a Massachusetts town have voted to make the foul-mouthed among them pay fines for swearing in public. A $20 fine. Officials say this new law is meant to crack down on profanity downtown and in public parks. Critics say it's censorship. What do we think? And let us all remember our indecency training.
I actually think it's a decent idea. This is the problem they have. They don't say they're going after the occasional casual obscenity. They have a problem, though, particularly with kids hanging out in the park in this town and on the benches, just screaming obscenities after each other. If you've ever been to a ball game at Miller Park, for example, and you've been sitting in front of that two-fisted slopper where every third word is a word you can't say on TV, it gets really old really fast. That's what they're trying to get at. The ACLU is going to be suing, but I like the town.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. And, you know, the public has spoken. They all got a say on this. More than 200 voters came out, and I think 50 were opposed to this new law, but the rest of them voted in favor of it. So it must be a significant problem, and maybe this will solve it. So
who gets to decide how much is too much?
Well, I think
if you drop an F-bomb on the corner,
well,
$20.
Yeah, and the police determine who's right and who's wrong in this, and they're going to issue citations where and when appropriate. And my guess is that they've been trained, and that if it becomes a problem, the Common Council will readdress this.
Well, and that's always one of the issues you have. But I mean, I always liken it, Annie, to the whole example of speeding. You know, maybe it's a 30-mile-an-hour limit. Somebody doesn't get a ticket every time when they drive past a police officer and they're going 32. You drive past the police officer going 50, you're going to get that citation. Hopefully it'll be something like that. Okay, when you hit your nail, your hand with the hammer, you let out the audible obscenity. They let that pass.
Right.
But
I can still swear. You just can't be loud and obnoxious about it. So.
All right. Last topic. Well, while women are still dealing with the gender wage gap at work, when it comes to the unpaid work moms do at home, their paychecks would be bigger than those of their husbands. Insure.com calculated what they deemed to be stereotypical daddy duties, including things such as barbecuing, killing bugs, mowing the lawn. Men's domestic tasks would total about $20,000 a year. That compares to $60,000 for moms for doing things like cooking, cleaning, and nursing wounds. Can you put a dollar amount on household contributions?
Wow. You know what, Annie and
This
I were
is just
talking
gonna
about,
start
this is
a
so
fight.
stereotypical. It's like that. In my house, my husband stays home, and he does a lot of, he's the stay-at-home parent. He does a lot of these female chores, and you know what? I'm sorry, but I take issue with this survey, this report. I don't like it at all. And in fact, this summer, I said to my kids, I said, guess what? You're home, guess what? You're going to be doing chores every day, and we will put a value amount on it, but you know, you're going to have to help out around here, so I don't like this report.
I think there is incredible value to the stay-at-home parent and what they do, and I don't care what the gender is, and if you think I'm going further than that and pick a fight, not today.
Yeah, I want to remove gender from this. I think in a modern family, first of all, you know, everyone's doing what they can to help. Half the time people are doing it by themselves. But
Right.
I do think you can put a value on what this work is. There are some families that are saying it's, you know, it's better for their bank accounts for someone to stay home and take care of the kids instead of childcare. There's an absolute value, I think, to the work in general that's done at home.
It's very subjective too. I mean, there are homes that are well maintained and there are homes that aren't so well maintained, and so I think again this study's sort of silly. And besides, I am the grill master, and how do you put a value on that in my house?
I do
right?
all the cooking in my home, so.
And I do all the ordering out. So.
And I'm continuing to stay away from this entire thing. Thank you all very much.
All right. Thank you guys for joining us.
The spine